Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill, hot shot into left, and this game is tied. O'Neill has tied it with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today it's time to start 30 teams in 30 days. It's a little bit early. There's still other free agents out there, but we got to get going on this because I got to get all these teams in before opening day. And why not start with a team that made a huge splash yesterday, a huge heist. They got Nolan Arenado from the Rockies and $50 million, and they didn't even have to give up any of their super top prospects. At least that's what it looks like now. All the details have not come out yet, and it's not 100% official yet, but it looks like it's going down. And in this preview, I'm going to assume that Nolan Arenado is going to be a St. Louis Cardinal in 2021. And if something changes, I might have to redo this whole thing. But for now, this deal is seeming to go through. I believe it's going to happen. Nolan Arenado is heading to St. Louis. It is an absolute swindle. It is absolutely amazing. And those corners with Nolan Arenado at third base and over at first base is going to be Paul freaking Goldschmidt. That is absolutely amazing. That is ridiculous power on the corners. Even though the Cardinals, as we'll get into, the outfield might be a little bit shaky. It's not the strongest outfield offensively, but when you got those corners right there, you're going to have more than enough power, and they have just a lot of good pop on the infield with Paul DeJong. He can absolutely crush the ball. We'll get into all the details here and look at this team. And we will start with the lineup, but just want to go over that trade one more time. I did cover it live yesterday, but an absolutely amazing deal. The St. Louis Cardinals have picked up Nolan Arenado, a guy who crushed over 40 home runs, constantly hitting over 300, and has some of the best defense in the game at third base. He does have an opt-out, but if he plays really well for the Cardinals in 2021, that's pretty much the only way that he's going to use that opt-out. So that means that's a good thing if he uses it in a way, because that means he absolutely tore it up in 2021. And if he doesn't use the opt-out, well, then you get Arenado for another year. The Cardinals even got to hold on to Nolan Gorman, another third baseman who can hit. He is down in, he hasn't played above single A, so Nolan Gorman stays in the system. That is absolutely incredible. They didn't have to give him up, or at least that's what is being reported right now. Anyway, Nolan Arenado is going to be at third base for the Cardinals, we assume, so I'm going to go with that right now. And let's take a look at the lineup that we're going to be looking at with the St. Louis Cardinals possibly in 2021. And again, there could be more moves. There's still more free agents. There's still more trades that are going to happen. But as of now, it could look something like this with Tommy Edman at second base, Paul DeJong at shortstop, both solid. Edman is super versatile. He can play other positions as well, but he is just a super exciting young player. Good pop, good bat. Paul DeJong also a ton of power. I've seen him hit that ball up into the big max section so many times. Even though he doesn't hit a ton of home runs, he just has that potential. And that just leads up to Paul freaking Goldschmidt and Nolan freaking Arenado, and that is a middle of the lineup you do not want to mess with. Goldschmidt, Arenado, their accomplishments speak for themselves. I think they're both absolutely elite players, amazing players, going to get on base, going to hit the ball hard. Imagine you get through Goldschmidt, and then you got to face Arenado. I mean, that is tough right there. And then Dylan Carlson, who didn't have the best 2020, but he's going to have an opportunity to secure a spot in the lineup because he was great in the minor leagues. He is a first-round pick, hit 26 home runs in 2019 with a 292 average between double and triple A. So he's going to get his opportunity for sure in 2021. Dexter Fowler, Yadier, Molina, two veteran presences right there. Very nice. Harrison Bader could be at the end of that lineup. They also have other guys like Tyler O'Neill, Lane Thomas, Austin Dean, and then youngster Justin Williams, who has looked really exciting in the minor leagues, really knows how to get on base, work the walk, and a lot of options there. So there are plenty of outfielders available. Could still have some more trades, like I've said. But overall, I really like the Cardinals lineup. And like I said, when you got Paul Goldschmidt and you got Nolan Arenado and you've got DeJong there, you're already really solid. I mean, the offense is going to be nice. And if those outfielders just can do something, you know, if any of those outfielders can step it up, you could really have a solid lineup right here. All in all, I would say this is not exactly, you know, a 27 Yankees killer freaking lineup, but when you have that middle of the order and you have some of these guys I mentioned, I'm going to give their starting lineup going into 2021 a B+. That's where I think the Cardinals are at with their lineup as of now. As far as the rotation is concerned, with Jack Flaherty, Kwang, Hyun, Adam Wainwright just got re-signed, Carlos Martinez is still there, Miles Mikolas is still there, Dakota Hudson is going to be out for the year after Tommy John. And they also got Daniel Ponce de Leon and Alex Reyes, who not sure if he's going to be out of the bullpen or a starter. John Gant. They got so many options. But when you just look at Flaherty, Wainwright, Mikolas, a lot of righties, but Kim is a solid left-hander. who started 7 games in 2020 with a 1.62 ERA. So obviously, the Cardinals are looking forward to see what he can do with another big league season. He was a big star over in Korea and had a 17-6 record in 2019 with a 2.51 ERA in the Korean baseball organization. So he's going to be their main lefty. Then you got Adam Wainwright coming back. That is awesome for the Cardinals. Every year, I think he's going to retire. Every year he comes back. In 2020, he was good in 10 starts. Had a 3.15 ERA, 5-3 record, and the Cardinals are happy to have him back in that rotation. And then, of course, Jack Flaherty is your main guy. Had a fantastic 2019, 2.75 ERA. In 2020, just started 9 games. He pitched all right in 40 innings. He struck out 49. Gave up 33 hits, but that ERA a little inflated at 4.91. Cardinals will look for him to be better over the course of a full 2021 season. But all in all, the Cardinals have tons of depth and options to figure out who's pitching well, who is good there. I think that with that great-looking lineup, like I said, it gave the lineup a B+. It's a very good score. I think that the rotation should be solid enough to get plenty of wins in 2021. For that rotation, I'm going to give that rotation a B- right now. That's where I think it's at with the rotation. Let me know how off I am there. I'm sure you will. I don't even need to tell you all that. But moving on to the last part of the team, and that's the bullpen. And the Cardinals are looking forward to seeing Jordan Hicks back. He has had an entire year or more than a year to recover from Tommy John. Last pitch in 2019 where he had a 9.7 strikeout per 9 ratio, 3.14 ERA, and 14 saves. So that is going to be nice to have Hicks back available again. And if Alex Reyes is not in the rotation, he showed what he could do in the bullpen. Very solid guy right there. Andrew Miller is still going to be there. He could be a closer. He's a former closer with the Yankees back in 2015. Been a while though, but he had a nice year in 2020, 2.77 ERA, 16 strikeouts in 13. Very small sample size, but Cardinals will look forward to Andrew Miller. If Carlos Martinez can stay healthy and doesn't get traded, he could be very solid out of the back end of that bullpen as well. Cody Whiteley and Seth Elledge are also youngsters who had great rookie seasons in 2020. Look for them to be possible pieces out of that Cardinals bullpen. Cabrera was great with a 2.42 ERA. Tyler Webb was great. Austin Gomber supposedly is going to be heading to Colorado, but still there is a lot of good arms in that bullpen. And quite honestly, I think it's a strength for the Cardinals going into 2021. And I'm also going to give the bullpen, like I gave the lineup, a pretty good score of a B+. That's just a quick look right now. We are a month away from the regular season. And the Cardinals, they're a team that's going to have to compete with other teams in the Central mainly. And the Central hadn't done a lot this offseason to really improve. The Brewers haven't done a ton. We don't know what we're going to get from them and from Yelich. We'll definitely do a Brewers preview soon, as we will with all teams. But yeah, I mean, the Brewers, the Cubs obviously made a nice move here signing Jock Peterson. But they've been fairly quiet other than that. The Reds, a team I was super high on last year, didn't hit at all. Didn't really hit very well. Bauer's still out there. He's a free agent, so he won't be back in Cincinnati more than likely. So the Reds not going to be quite as good, and they weren't great last year. But I mean, I still like the Reds. I like the team, but I don't know. You know, they didn't show that they could be a good offensive team last year. They had like the lowest batting average, lowest hits. It was really bad for a while, despite that really strong rotation. And they still have a good rotation to look out for. And then you got the Pirates. I don't think they're anything to be concerned about, really. No offense to the Pirates. Definitely can't wait to talk about that team, though. But all in all, I think that the Cardinals have made a huge improvement here. That lineup, it is super scary in the middle there, and it could be even scarier if some of these other guys have good seasons. So the Cardinals, I think, are a team to look out for in 2021. And they just made a huge upgrade. Didn't have to give up any of their top prospects. Those guys could still be helpful very soon. If not in 21 and 22 for sure. There are prospects, hot prospects on the way. Love this team. Looking really good. Can't wait for 2021. Overall, I think that the Cardinals are certainly a B, around a B plus as far as overall as a team, which is a pretty good team. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you for checking out this video. Cardinals, of course, still can make more moves. We still got time, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that. So you guys have a fantastic day. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, look for more previews. 30 teams in 30 days starts now. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you next time. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.